Groom my dog's paws with me. We've got a full playlist on how to groom your dog's paws at home. We talk about the different tools and resources that you need and how to help your dog to be more calm while you are grooming them, how to desensitize them to some of the electric razors you're going to be using and the scissors and all of those things. Check out the playlist in the caption down below. But this is how I groom my dog's paws. Now, if you've been following along on our journey, you know that I have worked from the day these dogs came into my house on how to keep them calm so that I can hold them and groom them. And when I am taking care of my dog's feet, I am going to be flipping them upside down, holding them kind of like a baby because I've trained them how to do it. Not all dogs are going to allow you to do it. And when I work on their back feet, I actually lay them on the ground so that their head is down by my feet, and I use my legs to kind of keep them in place while I'm working on their paws. So you can do that for the front and back paws as well. Some people will have their dogs stand up and they just lift up one paw and kind of bend at the knee so they can work on it so that their dog can't do too much. I like the control of having them here where I can hold them, where I can comfort them, and where they can't run away on me. It's entirely up to you. For me, I start with the front feet, and so I will use my little razor and I will shave the pads of their paws first. This way I'm getting rid of all of the excess hair. I can see how their pads are doing. I can check for any cracks or any places where they have, bitten up their paw pads because one of my dogs has extreme allergies and she does a lot of chewing. I am getting all of that out of the way so that I can actively maintain and take care of their paws while I am grooming them. And I trim that fur back so that I can more easily clip their nails. So I go through and I usually do the first 2 feet, and then I will, depending on which way I'm doing it, if I'm holding them like a baby, I'll usually do the front 2 feet and I'll shave them and then I'll clip their nails. Then I'll lay them down and do the back 2 feet. If they are on the ground and I'm just holding them with my legs, I'll do all of the shaving first, then all of the nail clipping. So I go through and I shave their pads. I make sure I get rid of this. And I recently found a really cool hack that I didn't think of until now, but is a great idea to keep your clothing clean while you are grooming your dogs. And that is to buy a great big giant oversized t-shirt, the biggest one you can find, and just put it over yourself like an art smock when you were in elementary school so you didn't get paint on your clothes. And you just cover it up. You can take it out and then shake it out and lint roll it. I have until yesterday, I had been grooming my dogs in my normal clothing, and I would just come away covered in dog fur, and the lint rollers wouldn't work, and it was such a pain. I didn't like it. It wasn't comfortable. It was kind of itchy. It was not great. And so having a smock over it saved me a lot of effort on the back end, and then I could just deal with that shirt, and I didn't have to change my clothes or anything. It made it a lot easier. I also had a great comment that I'm going to let you guys know about on the channel where somebody said you should also be wearing a mask while you're grooming your dog, or you can get something that they called groomer's lung. I didn't even know this existed until now, but it makes perfect sense because if you're inhaling all that stuff, where's that going to go? It's going to go into your lungs. So making sure you're taking care of your health is really, really important. It is not something that I see much on social media from groomers. I don't see them protecting themselves and not breathing that stuff in. So I really love that comment. Special shout out to the person who left that, and a big thank you for keeping us all healthy as we are continuing to take care of our dogs the best way possible. So once we are done shaving off that fur, I also make sure I get the little Grinch toes on the top of their feet. So I do the bottom of their feet first, then the little hair that kind of puffs up at the top, and then I am going to clip their nails. I use a guillotine style nail clipper, but there's a bunch of them. There's lots of different versions of them, so whatever works best for you and your dog, but I feel like that one has the most power. I am pretty strong, but I'm not super strong. So I like that one because it's very easy for me to then groom all of my dog's paws and make sure I am maintaining their nails, even though I have 2 English Springer Spaniels and a Pomeranian, and the Pomeranian's nails are very wildly different than the English Springer Spaniels. And it works for all of them, and it works really, really well. So be smart about how you do this and test out the different things to see what's going to work best for you, for your fingers, for your wrist, for your strength, so that you are able to take care of your dog's nails without causing any problems. And of course, as you are grooming their nails, you don't want to get it too low. We've talked about that in other episodes. Do not go down beyond that quick and take little bits at a time. From there, I am making sure that I am kind of brushing off any fur. I'm cleaning up anything that I might have missed. Sometimes as I'm grooming the fur on their feet, I will miss a little bit and it'll kind of be in the way when I'm clipping their nails. So I'll go back in and I'll clean that up after the fact. I make sure everything looks good. I don't have to worry about anything. Sometimes if they have moved their paw a little bit while I was grooming them, it might have taken a little too much fur. So I make sure I even that up and that everything is good. From there, I am then going to put their lotion on. I use the Dandelion Soft Paw Lotion, and it is just so nice. It comes with a little makeup brush to apply it. I've done other videos on it. I'll link all those things down below, but that is going to help kind of maintain their paw pad softness. If there's any cracks or any dryness or any problems, it just keeps it a little bit on the healthier side. It's the equivalent of using lotion as a human, which works so well for me and is working so well for my dogs as well. And so I am, especially because I have them on the ground at that point, I am just going to do all 4 of their paws and I just hold them there and I don't let them lick it. It is lick safe, the Dandelion Soft Paw Lotion. It is lick safe, but you don't want them licking too much of it. So like if they lick it, they're not going to have any problems, but don't let them sit there and just like lick at their paw. That could be not so great for any dog or any human. Like if you're not going to lick lotion off of your hand, but if you happen to like touch your face, it's not going to be a huge deal. So with that in mind, I am grooming their paws by getting that fur off first, getting anything on the top off as well, clipping those nails down little bits at a time, and then I'm adding lotion and holding them there until it dries a little bit, and then I'm letting them go and play and do whatever, and I switch to the next dog. Because I have 3 dogs, I do it all at the same time, and if you have a dog who is sensitive to grooming, we talk about how to desensitize your dog to grooming, to some of the electric razors that you're going to be using or the scissors you're going to be using. We talk about how to make it so that it's less stressful, less painful, less potentially dangerous for you and your dog, and for ways to be grooming your dog if your dog is really not going to tolerate it, when we do a little bit at a time every day and we just rotate through until we get to the point where we can start over again. So we've talked about all of that in our grooming playlist down below. I will link that for you, as well as the products I mentioned today, the ones that work really well for us, including and especially that paw lotion. Will be in the caption for you down below. Let me know, where are you struggling as a dog parent? Where do you need help? Where do you need suggestions? Where do you need ideas? Or where do you just need some collaboration with? You may have an area of your dog parent life that you are fine with. Maybe you are really good at grooming, but you want to hear other perspectives to see if you can add something in or tweak and refine something to make it a little bit easier for you and your dog. So let us know, what do we need to talk about in the comments down below, and follow along for daily episodes helping you level up for your pup to give them the best life possible with the least amount of stress on you.